Welcome to Let's Talk. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 picks in the NBA draft. Starting with number 10. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Isaac Okoro. Now, he's a 6'6" guard who can also shoot and has a great defensive bag. What's your reason for taking Isaac Okoro with the 10th pick? Number one, he's a great defensive player, and that's what really Washington needs more than anything. They have a bunch of offensive players with Davis Bertans and John Wall coming back and Bradley Beal. You really need more of a defensive player who can do a little bit of offense. And many people are comparing him to Kawhi Leonard 2.0, and I don't see him falling that far in the draft right there. That's why I will take him 10th overall to Washington Wizards. And with the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select. With this pick, they take Killian Hayes from French. The 6'5" point guard is a great player to take because, number one, he can really shoot the three very well. As you look at this point right here where he takes the three, he can also pass a lot. And I feel in general what Phoenix really needs is a player who can take inside, take the three-pointer, and take in passing lanes too. He can finish inside, which is what Phoenix also needs, I'm not going to lie. He does do that for a lot of screens and stuff, but still is able to get his shots to fall no matter what. Getting a player who can do this inside game, throwing up floaters still, and also doing more than that, including taking three-pointers, which really helps Devon Booker as he doesn't have enough three-point shooters. And I love Ricky Rubio, but really, this dude is the best prospect to draft for them. He's 6'5". He can pass the ball when needed to. Just passing the ball to Devontae. Just passing the ball to DeAndre Ayton will definitely help out and stuff. So with Phoenix taking him, I don't see why this is a bad pick for them to take, because it'll work out in the end, because Phoenix is then getting them a player who's a point guard, who's a rookie. They can draft it already, and he'll definitely make some noise for them in the NBA draft. So let's go to the next. With the next pick in the draft, the 8th pick in the draft, the New York Knicks take Tyrese Maxey, 6'3" point guard. Tyrese Maxey is an incredible player who can pass too, but also take three when needed and get inside the lanes, definitely. As Tyrese Maxey is a great improving three-point shooter from Kentucky, who's 6'3" and would definitely do well for the New York Knicks. Now, many people say Cole Anthony. I just don't see it with his injuries in his career. That's why I obviously say Tyrese Maxey better to take a non-injury prone player yet, as he can also get to the foul line, continue to shoot, and all of this stuff, including making 3 points when you need it the most. As there's no way I cannot say Tyrese Maxey should not go 8th to the Knicks unless they take Cole Anthony, as he's the best point guard for them to take, who can shoot the three and will definitely do well when passing the ball to him for 3-pointers or getting inside lane shots. This will definitely make the Knicks an even better team than they are right now, as having this player to work alongside RJ Barrett. And we know how much Tom Thibodeau loves a okay point guard who can do a lot of things, and taking the underdog player and making them into a good one. So, yeah, like I said before, it'll be better to work with a player who hasn't had any injuries that you know of yet, instead of working with a player that you know has injuries to his career in college. And who would you want more? A player who's had injuries more prone, or a player who has not had injuries yet? In my opinion, I'm definitely taking the player who's not been injured more than anything, because I don't know if he has any injury. With the 7th pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons take Tyrese Halliburton. I had a hard time between him and Devon, and him and Killian Hayes, but Tyrese Halliburton is the best to take as a 3-point shooter who can also do a lot more passing. This is what definitely they really need. The 6'5" point guard from Iowa would definitely help them, as well. Blake Griffin needs some help with 3-point shooting, and Derrick Rose is not in his prime anymore. And if Detroit really wants to do something with Lob City, try to recreate it, the best thing to do is go for Tyrese Halliburton. I think it was a huge mistake trading DeAndre Drummond, but still, getting a player in the form of Tyrese Halliburton will definitely help with this player in general. He's able to do a lot of stuff in general, getting inside the ball. Also, passing game is solid, as you will really need someone like this to help Blake Griffin, who can also take the three. The Hawks. With the 6th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks take Devon Vassell. Now, what's my reason for taking him? He's the best wing shooter really in the draft. Coming to say with wing shooters, the Hawks really need them a wing shooter who would definitely get over shots on wing siding with hands in his face. As really the Hawks really, as Jalen Rose said himself, Trae Young needs him a Clay or CJ in my opinion. And without him having either one of these, this really didn't work. So I feel, in my opinion, getting a player named Devon Vassell, a 6'7" shooting guard who can, well, 6'6" in my opinion. But anyway, a shooting guard who can definitely do a lot of things, who can definitely mess with you on defense, get you on offense. I won't say he's close to Clay, but he's a great three-point shooter. This is what DeAndre Hunter should have been, a player who had defense but could still play a lot of offense. And Cam Reddish, he has a high ceiling. Trey came out cold last year, but I just want to see what they're going to be like next year. But along with Cam Reddish, mixing the game shot the entire game back up against the Lakers really upset me over Cam and DeAndre. Kind of had me sad over them suiting the draft buses. But yeah, Devon Vassell, I feel, will definitely live up to something for the Hawks, as again, he can really take the three and get inside the paint to take really shots, get assists, get rebounds. It's a hybrid of John Collins mixed with Klay Thompson. He shot 41.5%, as you can see, from 3-point. That's the one part I'm really worried about, because John Collins shoots 44% from 3-point, which is okay, but still, he does great on defense, as you can see the stats at the bottom. He does a great job with his defense, and offensive is perfect too. A little bit more with the offensive bag than Isaac Okoro, which is why I feel that they will definitely take him with the 6th pick. I get people saying a Yaka, but when you have Clint Capella, you're really going to want another defensive player instead of just one who can also do a lot of highlight reels with 3-point shooting and a lot more. So you getting this type of player, will it definitely help your team? In my opinion, yes, as you're getting more to do with your player than anything else, and I feel that that's the main thing for this job. That's the main thing you really need, as that goes as far to say this kind of player who can do a lot on that side. We need to talk about these picks. Cleveland Cavaliers take, well, Obi Toppin, because they need a power forward, and Kevin Love who can take the 3. With the 4th pick, the Golden State Warriors take Dingy out of, I'm sorry, not Golden State. The Chicago Bulls take Dingy out of Villa to work with Zach LaVine. Let's get to the number 2. I have no need to show their highlights. You know who these threes are. James Wiseman and LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. So with the 3rd pick of NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets take LaMelo Ball. Why? Because number 1, LaMelo Ball is a great point guard. He can play the shooting guard position. Working with him and PJ Washington will definitely help this team out even a lot more. Even things out to the point where they can actually be a contending team, as really they need them a star, franchise starring player, and that's why I feel they need more. On to the 2nd pick in the NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors take James Wiseman. James Wiseman, because they really need them a defensive player if they don't get Giannis. Because, let's be honest, Draymond Green and Eric Pascal are going to do things on defense. Eric Pascal ain't going to be able to do that much on offense, but a lot of things on defense. You're going to need to have a 7-foot dude patrolling your paint for you more than ever. And without Golden State having their defense, which is what led them to their first title, and then got their other titles just by Kevin Durant. First title, they had to put Andre Iguodala on LeBron James to stop him. That definitely works. So without that happening, I don't believe they would have won that series. So still, and without Kyrie going out and Kevin Love out, would have won that series. Cleveland 100%. But still, I'm saying this again. James Wiseman is the best player to go for, because that's what the Golden State Warriors need more than their small ball. Is great defense inside and outside the paint to help them. So, yeah. Now on to the number 1 pick. They take Anthony Edwards for these reasons. He's a shooting guard, 6'5", can take the well to the 3, and doesn't need to be a leader of a team yet. He can be on a contending team with franchise all-star players, superstar players in the form of D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns, and that's all I have to say about that. So I hope everyone's staying safe during this horrible time during the pandemic. Let me know what you think of this video, and sorry, we cannot finish Comic Wing as Halloween's about to wrap up tomorrow. I may do a video coming up later, but that's all for now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and am I right with the top 10 picks in the NBA draft? Let me know below, and what's your NBA team?